Between 25 and 30% of your blood supply at those really important and critical times. We have to be creative and do things like Battle of the Badges and your MASH bash drives like we do in the summer.
And the Battle of the Badges blood drive will be held today. That's December 3rd and the 4th from 11 a.m. until 7 p.m. at the Marshall Visual Arts Center. That's going to be at 208 East Burlington Street right here in Marshall. And joining us now is Kelly Colvin to give us more details. What does this mean to you guys and how else can people give back?
Well, we understand that not everybody is able to donate blood, whether it be they're pregnant or a blood disorder or whatever the reason. So to make it more inclusive, we're also taking canned good donations. Now those donations at the end of the two-day event will be taken to Mission Marshall, a local food bank that helps serve people in need. So if you can't donate blood, you can still come out and see us, bring some canned items, and we'll put your name into the daily door prize drawing for that as well.
That's exciting. So I could either vote for, if I give blood, I can vote for you guys, the boys in blue, or the fire department.
No, you would vote for us.
Or the fire department. But it's all going to a good cause. And we have more information about this first annual event. They're so excited about it on our website, arcotexhomepage.com. So head on over to there. We're going to have our discussion. We'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
All right, Crystal, thank you so much. Yeah, that'll be up on our website. Make sure you check that out. We've got more news and weather coming up for you after the break. Stay with us.
And now, your Weather Authority forecast first, brought to you by Todd Shore's McClarty Ford.
Well, good morning. After a pleasant and warm weekend, cooler air taking over today. We're starting out this morning, most of us in the 40s. We do have a few locations in the 30s, including 34 in DeQueen this morning, 42 for Texarkana and Shreveport, comfortably at 48 degrees. So you need the jacket this morning. May need an umbrella here, especially along the I-30 corridor. We do have some light rain that's moving through. And again, a lot of this will fizzle out over the next few hours. So eventually today just turns partly cloudy. We'll see some sunshine through the afternoon as well, and high temperatures topping out more December-like, mid-50s today. And we're talking about the potential for maybe some heavier rainfall moving in later this week. I'll have the latest on that. That's a quick check of your Todd Shore's McClarty Ford forecast. First, NBC 6 News Today begins right now.
Now, from your community, Local news that matters. This is NBC6 News Today.
Coming up, with only 5 days left until the runoff election, the candidates for Shreveport Mayor are making a last-minute push for voters. Plus, kids across the Arklatex are tracking a different countdown. Santa makes a stop at a local college ahead of the big day. Good morning and thanks for keeping it local with NBC6 News Today. I'm Lauren Bizza. Karen has the morning off. Well, in our top story this morning, we begin with the death of President George H.W. Bush. Mission complete. That is the caption for a touching photo of former President George H.W. Bush's service dog Sully next to the casket of his owner. The Bush family's post White House spokesman Jim McGrath sharing this photo on Twitter with the hashtag Remembering41. Sully accompanied Bush one last time on a flight to the nation's capital for the memorial services. Bush 41 died late Friday at 94 years old, and he'll be laid to rest Thursday in College Station, Texas. A Shreveport mother remains in serious condition after police say she was shot by her 2-year-old. It happened on Saturday morning at a home on Hillary Huckabee near Southern University. The 23-year-old woman was shot once in the back. Police say the child had accidentally discharged an unsecured handgun. And human remains are discovered by emergency crews as they work to put out a gas fire in Shreveport. The fire was on the 3100 block of Murphy Street on Saturday morning. The coroner is still trying to identify the body. Police are asking anyone with information to contact them immediately. And an update to pass along, a man on the 10 most wanted fugitives of Texas list is dead after a standoff with police. 28-year-old Antonio Aguilar was wanted for attempted capital murder. Authorities say he fired at a state trooper after a traffic stop on Wednesday. Police located Aguilar in Center on yesterday after a long standoff. Gunfire was exchanged. Aguilar was killed by law enforcement. And NBC6 is your local election headquarters. Shreveport's mayoral candidates Adrian Perkins and incumbent Mayor Ollie Tyler are trying to rally their voters ahead of Election Day. Perkins held a Rock the Vote rally this weekend. Among those supporting him, City Council member Willie Bradford. Mayor Tyler held a rally earlier in the week. She hopes to continue what she started 4 years ago.
We have a lot to offer in Shreveport, so we're asking people to just give us a chance to finish the job.
Think about what's at stake in this vote. We want a community that is safer, smarter, and stronger.
Election Day is December the 8th. And safety matters. Shreveport police are reminding holiday shoppers about safe spaces where they can go to make internet purchase exchanges. This comes after a 5-year-old child, his mother and father were ambushed by gunfire on Thursday while trying to sell a puppy to an unknown person they met in the Moortown neighborhood. The family is expected to be okay.
If they don't want to meet at a sheriff's office safe zone to make you feel safe, then you probably need to run from that sale.
There are 3 internet purchase exchange locations in Caddo Parish with surveillance. Police are still searching for that gunman. And a local salon is working to raise money for Shreveport police. Red One Salon teamed up with First Chance to give people haircuts. The proceeds go to First Chance, a nonprofit that provides free trauma medical kits and offers training for officers. The kits include a tourniquet and gauze to reduce bleeding.
These kits are critical in situations where somebody may be bleeding to death.
We have a lot of great organizations that support law enforcement, but this organization really helps them in a way that nobody looks at. So it's a great way to attack supporting local in a new way.
The nonprofit, started in 2015, has been used more than 40 times to help save a life. Well, hundreds of kids lined up in Bossier City to tell Santa what they want for Christmas. Bossier Parish Community College brought the North Pole to town. Each child got a goodie bag, took pictures with Santa, made stuffed animals, and had their faces painted. Organizers say they love seeing the faces light up with excitement.
I made a Christmas list. I want all the toys. Really excited. I really want to see Santa.
Families were encouraged to donate a new toy for Operation Christmas at the free event. Also in Bossier City, dozens of people lined the streets in downtown Plaza to shop local this holiday season. The Bossier Arts Council and the East Bank District teamed up to bring more than 24 local art vendors, food, and live music to the area.
We started out doing events like this, and now we have a storefront, a brick and mortar. So it's really great. You build a good customer base, you meet new people, you meet people who do the same things as you, and it's good to network.
Organizers hope this event will help to showcase small businesses. Well, coming up, meteorologist Josh Marcis has a full check of your forecast. And health experts say parents should keep it simple this year to make sure that they have a safe and happy Christmas.
You're watching NBC6 News Today with Lauren Vizza and Karen Edwards. And Josh Marcis, your weather authority, certified the most accurate forecast in the Arklatex. And now, your weather authority, Josh Marcis, certified the most accurate forecast in the Arklatex.
Well, good morning, everyone. Your time right now, 6:38. Really pretty sunrise over Shreveport and Bossier City this morning, as we do have partly to mostly cloudy skies in place. We have another frontal boundary, or just kind of another surge of cool air making its way in, and that has triggered a few showers near the Texarkana area. You can see a little bit of the cloud cover there in Texarkana right now at 42 degrees, so definitely need to take the jacket this morning, as we do have those cool morning temperatures around once again, and it will turn into a cool afternoon as well. So here's a look at pinpoint Doppler. Again, most of us are dry this morning. We've been watching kind of a narrow band of showers that keeps popping up here over Red River County and then kind of drifts off to the east. So you can see some of that rainfall across Little River County, fairly close to the Texarkana area. So I wouldn't be surprised if you do pick up maybe just a few 1/100ths of an inch of rain here. Not going to be any heavy rain this morning, but just kind of lightly scattered here across southern Arkansas, northeast Texas, and the very south end of McCurtain County. That will probably continue for a few more hours, but the expectation today is that the drier air making its way in really just kind of bring an end to the rainfall here, and we should be looking at partly cloudy conditions through the middle of the day. Pretty chilly this morning. 40s for most of us, 42 in Mansfield, Texarkana, 34 your current temperature in DeQueen, and we are down to 36 degrees in Idabel, so everybody is above freezing this morning. Visibility just fine, not seeing any issues as far as any fog across the region, and we do have a light north wind about 5 to 10 miles per hour this morning, and winds generally staying out of the north at about 10 miles per hour today, so just a little bit of a breeze, but wouldn't consider it breezy or windy today. And again, that north wind pushing that cooler air in our direction. So after a weekend that did bring some 70-degree temperatures, we're back into the 50s today. 56 for Shreveport, 54 in Marshall this afternoon, 52 in Idabel, maybe a few locations south of Interstate 20, topping out in the 60s. You can see our little disturbance making its way down here, but again, high pressure now building in behind the front that brought some of the rainfall there on Friday. Also, for you folks in Hempstead County, National Weather Service did send a survey crew team out yesterday. They did confirm that there was an EF1 tornado in Hempstead Hempstead County, fairly close to Hope, that did cause some of that damage there late Friday night, early Saturday morning. Your Robbins Toyota Texarkana Futurecast does show the cloud cover. Notice it doesn't really show any more rain popping up today, and that's a definite possibility as we go through the afternoon. Maybe just a few more showers this morning, but I do think most of us will stay dry through the back half of the day here, and a little sunshine making its way through, which should help to push those temperatures into the 50s after the cold start this morning. We do dry out tonight. Very cold temperatures tonight, and actually we'll see some highs tomorrow, top out in the 40s across a lot of the region, so look out for some freezing temperatures tonight, especially north of I-20 down to 31 in Texarkana, 26. Your overnight low in Idabel and Shreveport should be down into the mid-30s tonight. We'll take you to Thursday on Futurecast. We are expecting some heavy rain later this week with the disturbance moving in Friday, and you can see some of that rain setting up in the afternoon and continuing into Saturday morning and possibly even into Sunday morning here before we continue or begin to dry out late in the upcoming weekend, and some pretty impressive rainfall amounts being advertised here by a lot of the forecast models. We'll take you through the back half of the week here, and again, most of this coming Friday, early Saturday. See a lot of 3 to 4 inch amounts, could see some 5 inch amounts in there, so we are going to be on potential here, maybe monitoring some localized flash flooding issues late this week, early into the weekend, and cooler temperatures sticking around 40s and 50s throughout the week, and overnight lows will be in the 30s and 40s. That is a check of the forecast. Lauren, let's send it back over to you.
Josh, thank you. Well, when it comes to buying toys for children this holiday season, it's best to keep it simple. That story in our medical headlines today. The American Academy of Pediatrics is urging parents to avoid video games, tablets, and other electronics. Doctors say these gadgets don't provide parental interaction, which is important for healthy development. And despite what some parents think, digital toys are not always more educational. Pediatricians recommend toys that encourage imagination and role play, like dolls, action figures, and cars. Blocks, shapes, and puzzles are great choices for improving fine motor and problem-solving skills. Board games and books create opportunities to interact with your child and have fun together. Now, magnetic toys may seem like a fun and creative gift option, but they can be very dangerous for smaller children. If magnets are swallowed, they can actually pull together and cause serious and life-threatening damage to the digestive system. Experts say parents should also avoid buying magnets in larger sets because it's hard to tell if any are missing. And Community Matters. Several agencies in Marshall are helping to replenish the blood supply as a part of the first annual Battle of the Badges blood drive. And BC6's Crystal Whitman joining us live from the Marshall Police Department with more. Crystal, good morning.
Hey, Lauren, good morning. Well, the community will be supporting our badge-carrying heroes, of course, the police department, who we have here, and the fire department, which will be a friendly competition that will be taking place, all part of a good effort. We did reach out to the blood centers. They said that this is a shortage this time of year.
When you lose, between 25 and 30% of your blood supply at those really important and critical times, we have to be creative and do things like Battle of the Badges and your mash bash drives like we do in the summer.
And the Battle of the Badges blood drive will be held today. That's December the 3rd and the 4th from 11 a.m. until 7 p.m. at the Marshall Visual Arts Center. That's going to be at 208 East Burlington Street right here in Marshall. And joining us now is this lady, Kelly Colvin. So Kelly, people can vote for the fire department or the police department.
Well, we hope, or I hope, they come out and vote for the police department, but you can vote for the fire department too.
Yeah.
We've got a little friendly competition going at the end of the two-day event. Whoever has the most votes wins, and the loser has to wash one of their vehicles. So people can come out, they can vote, donate some blood. We're encouraging anybody that can donate to come out and do that.
Yeah.
If you're not able to donate blood, you can bring canned goods and we'll put your name in the daily drawing, and those prizes are, it's actually, pretty good stuff. We've got Wonderland of Lights going on downtown, so the daily door prize, you'll get 4 tickets for ice skating, 4 for the train ride, and 4 for the carousel, and then just some goodies from the police and fire departments.
So that sounds like a really good way to give back.
Definitely, definitely. We're encouraging, like I said, anybody who is able to donate blood, come out, come hang out with us. You'll get a free t-shirt that says Battle of the Badges on it, local hero. It's a pretty cool shirt.
Yeah.
And of course, snacks and all that too.
Awesome. I'd love to get my hands on a t-shirt. So excited about that. And we have the information about this first annual event on our website. That's architectshomepage.com. We'll send it back to you in the studio.
All right, Crystal, thank you so much. Well, coming up, will digital assistants soon be able to predict relationship compatibility? We have that answer. Plus, shoppers say they're feeling the holiday pressure to find the right gifts. We have that and more next.
You're watching NBC6 News Today.
Well, topping your consumer news, new research suggests that digital assistants like Amazon's Alexa and Google Home may soon be able to predict our love lives. A new study shows that in-home listening devices will be able to judge if a relationship is happy and healthy or on the rocks. The devices will listen to conversations and arguments and give advice or suggest ways to resolve issues. So by 2021, digital assistants using artificial intelligence will be able to predict with 75% accuracy whether a relationship is going to be successful. And if you're planning on bringing a live Christmas tree into your home, watch out for some unwanted pests. In fact, Orkin suggests routinely inspecting any indoor plants all the way down to the trunk or stem. If you discover an infestation, vacuum the insects with an attachment and remove the tree. Do not spray aerosol insect sprays on a Christmas tree because they're flammable. And great expectations are confronting both retailers and shoppers this holiday season. Some actually feeling the pressure to not only buy the right gifts, but to also buy more gifts. Chris Clackham explains.
Holiday shoppers to really pay off this year.
I think the numbers are certainly going to be up. Traditionally speaking, people still like to go in store to shop. They like to do a lot of holiday and gift giving.
So much gift giving, the National Retail Federation expects on average consumers will spend over $1,000 shopping this season, mostly on gifts. What wasn't expected is the number of people feeling pressured to spend even more than they've budgeted.
If you have little ones or loved ones, they're telling us what they want. You're just being bombarded with the push to spend.
Adrian Garcia is with Bankrate.com, where a survey found nearly half of all Americans feel pressured to spend more on gifts this year.
So that's where that stress comes in from. We want to provide our loved ones with the best holiday experience we can, but we do have limited resources at the end of the day.
Men are more likely than women to overspend, as are millennials and Gen Xers over older Americans. And lower-income consumers will spend much more percentage-wise than the middle-income crowd.
There's going to be a lot of spending. Not all of it, as we know, is going to be wise spending, so there is going to be some regret come January 1st.
Investment advisors at the Motley Fool say some shoppers will spend as much as their monthly rent on holiday shopping this year.
Bye now.
Chris Clackham, NBC News.
Well, your time now is 6:52, and coming up, Josh is back with a final check of our forecast. And coming up on the Today Show, Jenna Bush Hager sharing a loving tribute to her grandfather, former President George H.W. Bush.
What do you want your legacy to be?
Well, I want somebody else to define the legacy. I've kind of banned the use of the L word, legacy word. I think history will point out the things I did wrong and perhaps some of the things we did right.
What do you want your legacy to be?
Well, I want somebody else to define the legacy. I've kind of banned the use of the L word, legacy.
You're watching NBC6 News Today.
We are following some breaking news out of Arkansas. State police there say that a child is dead, 40 other people hurt, many of them children, after a bus carrying a youth football team wrecked along Interstate 30 overnight. The bus was traveling from Texas to Memphis. The children had played in a football championship game in Dallas over the weekend. Troopers confirming the bus drove off the road and overturned. As of now, no word yet on what caused the crash. We'll continue to follow the story and bring you the latest on our website, arklatex.homepage.com. We're going to have a last look at your forecast in a bit, but first it's time for us to get you up to speed on some other stories. Community members gathered in Houston for a candlelight vigil to honor former President George H.W. Bush. Bush died in his home on Friday evening at the age of 94. He will lie in state in Washington, D.C. today before being buried at his presidential library later in the week. In Ouachita Parish, a suspect remains at large after a deputy was shot Saturday night in Monroe. The deputy was working a theft when he was shot in the back through his patrol unit. The deputy was wearing a bulletproof vest, and the bullet ricocheted off that vest. A Shreveport mother remains in serious condition after police say she was shot by her 2-year-old. This happened Saturday morning at a home on Hillary Huckabee near Southern University. The 23-year-old woman was shot once in the back. Police say the child had accidentally discharged an unsecured handgun. And Shreveport police reminding everyone about holiday shoppers about safe spaces where they can go to make internet purchase exchanges. This comes after a 5-year-old child, his mother and father were ambushed by gunfire on Thursday while trying to sell a puppy to an unknown person they met in the Moortown neighborhood. The family is expected to be okay. The Walk-Ons Independence Bowl announcing who they'll be playing in this year's game. The Duke Blue Devils will take on the Temple Owls on December 27th at Independence Stadium. Kickoff is scheduled for 12:30. Time now is 6:57 and you are up to speed. Josh, what are we going to see weather-wise today?
Yeah, weather-wise, kind of a cool start to the day. We do have temperatures in the 40s, really pretty sunrise there in Shreveport at 48, 42. Some clouds in Texarkana, actually have some rain moving close to the Texarkana area as well. So 30s and 40s for us this morning. So no matter where you are, definitely going to need the jacket here to begin the day. And there's a look at some of that rainfall that we're watching along the I-30 corridor. Again, some steady showers there, Little River County, which will continue to move to the east. And I do expect this is where the rain will stay through the day today. Look for afternoon highs in the 50s. Dry and cool through the week, but we are looking at heavier rainfall setting up Friday, Saturday. Again, a good 3 to 5 inches of rain will be possible with this storm.
Yeah, Josh, thank you so much for that. All right, everybody, have a great and safe day. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning.
Your weather authority. Certified the most accurate in the Arklatex, 6 years and counting. That's a dynasty in any sports. Good morning and welcome to Fox 33 News Good Day.
Coming up, with only 5 days left to the runoff election, candidates for Shreveport Mayor are making a last-minute push for voters. And kids across the Arklatex are tracking a different countdown. Santa is making a stop at a local college ahead of the big day. Good morning and welcome to the only local newscast on right now in the Arklatex at 7:01. I'm Lauren Vizza. Karen has the morning off. Well, we're going to start our morning with a weather check from meteorologist Josh Marcis. Josh, how's it looking for us?
Yeah, it's a Monday, but we do have a really pretty sunrise across the region here this morning and cooler temperatures as well. So don't forget the jacket this morning. We're at 47. That's actually the warm spot this morning in Shreveport, 42. In Texarkana, you see a mix of partly to mostly cloudy skies, eventually turning mostly sunny this afternoon, but we are watching a little bit of rainfall there, mainly north of Interstate 20, kind of hugging the I-30 corridor, so Little River County, including Ashdown, and fairly close to the Texarkana area. We have seen a few just kind of pop-up showers. That will probably continue for a few more hours, but I would say by mid-morning we'll see most of this come to an end as we do have drier air now making its way into the region. So we're in the 30s and 40s, that cool air in place this morning, and most of us topping out in the mid-50s this afternoon, so it actually is going to feel a bit like December, unlike the weekend. We had the warm weekend here, but the cooler temperatures sticking around this week. We'll talk about that, and there is some heavy rainfall on the way fairly soon. Full forecast coming up in a few minutes. Lauren?
Josh, thank you. We're following some breaking news this morning out of Arkansas. State police say that a child is dead and 40 other people are hurt, many of them children, after a bus carrying a youth football team wrecked along Interstate 30 overnight. The bus was traveling from Texas to Memphis. The children had played in a youth football championship game in Dallas over the weekend. Troopers confirmed the bus drove off the road and overturned. No word yet on what caused the crash. And we are heading now over to talk more about the death of 41st President George H.W. Bush. Mission complete. That is the caption for this touching photo of the late president's service dog Sully next to his casket. The Bush family spokesman Jim McGrath sharing this photo on Twitter with the hashtag Remembering41. Sully accompanied Bush one last time on a flight to the nation's capital for memorial services. Bush 41 died late Friday at 94 years old and will be laid to rest Thursday in College Station, Texas. And in local news, a Shreveport mother remaining in serious condition after police say she was shot by her 2-year-old. It happened Saturday morning at a home on Hillary Huckabee near Southern University. The 23-year-old woman was shot once in the back. Police say the child accidentally discharged an unsecured handgun. Human remains were discovered by emergency crews as they worked to put out a grass fire in Shreveport. That blaze happening on Murphy Street Saturday morning. The coroner is still trying to identify the body. Police are asking anyone with information to contact them immediately. And the man on the 10 most wanted fugitives of Texas list is dead after a standoff with police. 28-year-old Antonio Aguilar was wanted for attempted capital murder. Authorities say he fired at a state trooper after a traffic stop on Wednesday. Police located Aguilar in Center yesterday, and after a standoff, gunfire was exchanged. Aguilar was killed by law enforcement. And Fox 33 is your local election headquarters. Shreveport's mayoral candidates Adrian Perkins and incumbent Mayor Ollie Tyler trying to rally voters ahead of Election Day. Perkins held a Rock the Vote rally over the weekend. Among those supporting him is City Council member Willie Bradford. Late last week, Mayor Tyler held a rally as well. She is hoping to continue what she started 4 years ago.
We have a lot to offer in Shreveport, so we're asking people to just give us a chance to finish the job.
Think about what's at stake in this vote. We want a community that is safer, smarter, and stronger.
Election Day is Saturday, December 8th. In Fox Safety, Shreveport Police want to remind you about safe spaces to make internet purchase exchanges. This comes after a 5-year-old child, his mother and father were ambushed by gunfire on Thursday while trying to sell a puppy to an unknown person they met in the Moortown neighborhood. The family is expected to be okay.
If they don't want to meet at a sheriff's office safe zone to make you feel safe, then you probably need to run from that sale.
There are 3 internet purchase exchange locations in Caddo Parish with surveillance. Police are still searching for the gunman. And in Fox Community, a local salon working to raise money for Shreveport Police, Red One Salon teamed up with First Chance to give people haircuts. The proceeds go to First Chance, a nonprofit that provides free trauma medical kits and offers training for officers. The kit includes a tourniquet and gauze to reduce bleeding.
These kits are critical in situations where somebody may be bleeding to death.
We have a lot of great organizations that support law enforcement, but this organization really helps them in a way that nobody looks at. So it's a great way to attack supporting local in a new way.
The nonprofit, started in 2015, has been used more than 40 times to help save a life. Hundreds of kids lined up in Bossier City to tell Santa what they want for Christmas. Bossier Parish Community College brought the North Pole to town and gave each child a goodie bag. They could take pictures of Santa, make stuffed animals, and have their faces painted. Organizers say they love seeing little faces light up with excitement.
I made a Christmas list. I want all the toys. Really excited. I really want to see Santa.
Families were encouraged to donate a new toy for Operation Christmas at this free event. Also in Bossier City, dozens of people filling the downtown plaza to shop local this holiday season. The Bossier Arts Council and the East Bank District teamed up to bring more than 24 local arts vendors, food, and live music to the area.
We started out doing events like this, and now we have a storefront, a brick and mortar. So it's really great. You build a good customer base, you meet new people, you meet people who do the same things as you, and it's good to network.
Organizers hope this event will help to showcase small businesses. Local children got the chance to meet Santa through Fox 33's Cookies with Santa. Our very own Markel Sinet hosted the event at the Northwest Louisiana Technical College, where kids got free cookies and pictures of Santa. They also enjoyed face painting and games.
It's a great opportunity for kids, and especially for giving back to the kids, and it's a free event, and you can't beat free.
Door prizes were also given away to kids, where they received gift cards to Shreveport restaurants. Well, what's on your bucket list? Fox 33 is giving a lucky winner the opportunity to win $1,000 to help check something off their bucket list. All you have to do is watch Cool Kids on Friday nights at 7:30, catch the Cool Kids phrase, and go to our website, arcliticshomepage.com, find the Cool Kids contest page, and upload a video of yourself saying the Cool Kids phrase. The contest ends December 14th. The winner will be announced on December 17th during Fox 33 News, first at 9 with Markel Sinet. Well, coming up next, we're going to check in with meteorologist Josh Marcis, who has a full look at your forecast. Plus, an Oklahoma inmate escapes from jail, the shocking method, next.
You're watching Fox 33 News Good Day with Karen Edwards, Lauren Vizza, Josh Marcis, your weather authority. Now, your Weather Authority forecast with meteorologist Josh Marces.
Hey, welcome back. Your time right now, 7:11. We do have partly cloudy skies over Shreveport-Bossier City this morning. Pretty sunrise here within the last hour, and actually a fairly cool morning as our temperatures here are in the 40s. And this may actually turn into one of the warmer mornings that we see this week as the cooler pattern is taking hold. So look for, especially tomorrow, Wednesday, even Thursday morning, could have some temperatures here starting out in the 30s. So some freezing temperatures and out of the question, especially across the northern Arklatex tonight. But with that cooler air, again, making its way in, starting out in the 40s this morning. We'll likely stay there through the morning and eventually making our way into the low and mid 50s as we go through the afternoon today. That said, we do have a little bit of a disturbance making its way through, just kind of pushing that reinforcing shot of cooler air into the region. And along that, we do have a few showers that have popped up here this morning, mainly along and north of Interstate 30. Some of this along the Highway 82 corridor as well. You can see we do have some showers there between Foreman and Ashdown in Little River County, and some of that rain trying to scoot over towards Hempstead County this morning. Also Hempstead County, they did send a National Weather Service survey crew up there yesterday, and they did confirm that there was EF1 tornado damage near Hope with some of those storms that rolled through late Friday and also early Saturday. Good news for us, looking quiet in the thunderstorm department for much of the week until we get to Friday. I'll touch on that in just a moment, but your temperatures out the door this morning. Grab the jacket everywhere. 41 in Mansfield, 43 for you in Marshall. Natchitoches at 44 and 35 is your current temperature in DeQueen. So pretty chilly morning for us after what was a pretty warm weekend. Visibility just fine, no issues on the roadways. Do have a light north wind making its way through at about 5 to 10 miles per hour this morning, and the expectation is that the winds will stay relatively light through the day today, maybe 10 miles per hour this afternoon. And of course that north wind keeping that cool air locked in place today, so high temperatures for most of us in the 50s. May see a few low 60s here in Natchitoches, perhaps to about 60 this afternoon. 52 in Mount Pleasant. Shreveport topping out in the mid 50s as well. You can see that little disturbance making its way through. That should be it as far as the rain. I would expect it will probably linger for a few more hours here and then likely come to an end at some point this morning. Futurecast does show just kind of partly cloudy skies as we go through the middle of the day. Actually do anticipate we'll see plenty of sunshine pop out this afternoon, so may eventually turn mostly sunny, and that will continue here for much of the upcoming week as high pressure begins to really steer that dry air into the region. So pretty quiet weather pattern for us until at least Thursday evening here. And again, with the clearing skies tonight, looking at very cold temperatures. We'll actually have lows in the 20s and 30s. Shreveport probably above freezing, but Texarkana, you will likely dip below freezing tonight. And a look at Futurecast as we get till Friday. There is a slow-moving disturbance makes its way in, and you can see some of that rain popping up Friday, continuing Friday night, continuing into Saturday morning. So we're looking at some periods of heavy rainfall here through at least the middle of the day. Saturday may begin to see a bit of a clearing trend as we go through the day on Sunday here, and some pretty impressive rainfall totals, again staying dry in most locations through at least Thursday night. But most of this rain that you see on the map here will fall Friday, early Saturday, some 3 to 4 inch amounts. There will probably be a corridor where we may be picking up perhaps 4 to 5 inches of rain, so that could cause some localized flooding issues. So we'll keep you up to date on that throughout the week as that forecast evolves. But ahead of that, we should have some sunny and cool days. Highs the next few days here, low 50s and upper 40s as well. Weekend looking like highs will be in the 40s here, so a December-like weather pattern definitely setting up. That will bring overnight lows in the 30s and 40s for much of the upcoming week. That's Check of the Forecast. Lauren, back over to you.
Josh, thank you. On Fox Regional, a massive manhunt underway for an Oklahoma prisoner who should be considered armed and dangerous. Fox News correspondent Lauren Green has the story.
A bizarre jailbreak. A convicted murderer plots his way out of an Oklahoma jail by posing as another inmate.
The staff thought that he was the other inmate because he looked like him.
34-year-old Patrick M. Walker is serving a life sentence for the shooting death of a 19-year-old and was recently moved to Payne County Jail after being charged for assaulting a guard at a different facility. Walker's new cellmate, Charles Pendarvis, was set to be released Thursday, but before Pendarvis made it to court, Walker stole his identification cards and convinced staff that he was really Pendarvis and walked free. Investigators say Walker threatened his cellmate, saying he would, quote, harm his family if he did not agree to switch IDs.
From what we can tell at this point, his cellmate was not a willing participant.
Walker slipped past several officials in the jail. Authorities saying the two inmates look oddly similar. Even his bail bondsman failed to notice Walker wasn't the right man when he signed his own name on the court records, not Pendarvis, paid the bond, and walked out of jail. Police and U.S. Marshals are searching for Walker, who is still at large. He has a scar across his jawline on the left side of his face and is considered armed and extremely dangerous. In New York, Lauren Green, Fox News.
In northeast Louisiana, the Ouachita Parish Sheriff's Office searching for answers after a deputy was shot in the line of duty. Bria Jones has the latest on this investigation.
Dozens of police cars and blue lights flashing along Highway 165. A massive scene after a Ouachita Parish Sheriff's deputy was shot Saturday night while responding to a call.
We received some calls of shots being fired, random shots, on and off, prior to about 8 o'clock.
Sheriff Jay Russell says the Special Crimes Apprehension Team jumped into action.
A couple of guys from our street crime unit working Santa Claus Patrol eased down there, and some unmarked units.
When he says an unknown gunman started firing shots.
At the time they came around the corner with a group of people standing on the corner, they shot through our vehicle, striking one of our deputies in the back.
Fortunately, the deputy was wearing his bulletproof vest.
The bullet did not penetrate that, and it stopped the bullet. The bullet landed in the seat behind him. Of course, at the time, he didn't know that. So the deputy that was with him took him to the emergency room.
Now multiple agencies coming together as they search for the suspect.
Monroe, West Monroe, Louisiana State Police, and everybody's down there helping secure the scene and gather the evidence we need.
Bria Jones reporting the deputy is expected to make a full recovery, and so far no arrests have been made. Leading you now with a live look at our Louisiana DOTD traffic cam. This is the I-20 at I-220 Ram. Not a bad start to our work week this week. We'll be back with more news and weather after the break.
Good morning and welcome to Fox 33 News Good Day.
Continuing coverage, people in Texas and across the country are stopping to pay their respects to George H.W. Bush at the library and museum that bear his name. Fox 33's Wes Rappaport joining us live this morning from College Station, sharing how museum visitors are honoring Bush 41. Wes, good morning.
Hi, good morning. Since this library opened up in the 1990s, staff here say President Bush and his wife Barbara were regular visitors themselves, often participating in events and programs here at the library and museum, as well as spending time with students here on the campus at Texas A&M.
what an incredible history, legacy he leaves behind, and we just felt it necessary to come maybe honor that.
Visitors are converging on the statue of George Bush, proudly displayed between the museum and school that share his name. Some bring flowers, others leave notes, and all leave with a sense of appreciation for our nation's 41st president.
I mean, he checked every box on integrity, service, commitment, loyalty. He was one of a kind.
Dale Lane used to work for Bush's son, the 43rd president, when he was governor of Texas.
I was actually had the fortune to be on the train from Houston when they came to break ground here for the library.
Hundreds of pages filled as museum guests signed condolence books to honor a lifetime of service, political and otherwise.
I've heard people say, didn't vote for him, but I respected him.
Bush will be buried alongside Barbara and their daughter Robin next to a school and library, fitting for a man who spent much of his time working to help future generations.
He, could have gone home to Houston, sat in a chair, took out the remote control and watched TV, but he didn't. Raised money for tsunami relief, raised money for hurricane relief, was very involved in cancer research and raising funds for that.
His legacy will live on not only in bricks and mortar, but also the lives that will be touched through the Bush School of Public Service, and the legacy he leaves is large.
And I talked to one couple here who came by to pay their respects, Karen and Lauren. They've been married 35 years and said George and Barbara's 73-year marriage gives them something to strive for their own love story. Reporting it live in College Station, Texas, I'm Wes Rappaport. Let's go back to you.
Wes, thank you so much for that update. Well, we're going to head now to meteorologist Josh Marcis, who's got a look at our fast forecast.
Well, your time right now, 7:22. Another quick check of your forecast. Pretty chilly start. Definitely grab the jacket this morning. Not seeing any issues as far as any fog setting up, so the roadway conditions pretty good shape this morning. We do have a little light rain along I-30 in Arkansas. Rest of us starting out partly cloudy. Winds out of the north at about 5 miles per hour, and they should be at about 10 miles per hour this afternoon. That north wind is pushing some drier air in our direction, so you can see some of the rain that popped up along the Red River again. It is fizzling out here, but a few showers not out of the question, especially across southern Arkansas for the next hour or two before things quiet down for us. Temperatures starting out in the 30s and 40s this morning. We'll top out in the 50s this afternoon. No severe weather threat for us today. Should stay quiet for much of the week here. And there's a look outside. Partly cloudy start to the day in Shreveport. Take the jacket. Cool temperatures this morning. Stay with us. We have more Fox 33 News Good Day coming up next.
It'll make for exciting TV. Do it.
I like that challenge, Dwight.
You know, this is my t-shirt. I am too. What size is that? Y'all got any smalls?
I don't have one here. They just gave me this as a demo thing.
Never
extra
mind.
large.
Never mind.
And nightshirt.
All I do is win, no matter what. Come on in.
Good morning and welcome to Fox 33 News Good Day.
And Fox Health this morning, several agencies in Marshall are helping replenish the local blood supply through their first ever Battle of the Badges. And Fox 33's Crystal Whitman joining us live from the Marshall Police Department with more. Crystal, good morning.
Hey, Lauren, good morning to you as well. The community, it's their turn to give back to those badge-carrying heroes right here in Marshall, Texas. They're going to have a friendly competition, and we are joined now by Kelly Colvin. Kelly, you know, of course, it's friendly here with the fire department as well as police. Tell us all about it.
Well, we're asking anybody who can donate blood to come on out to our blood drive today and tomorrow and donate and just to give back to this community. And when they donate, they'll have the opportunity to vote for police or fire. And we hope they vote for police, but you can vote for fire too. I get it. They have cooler toys.
Yeah.
But blood donors will also get one of these shirts. If they can see it, one of these shirts. There'll be snacks there, some sandwiches, some chips, that kind of thing. And then when they donate blood, they can also have their name entered into a daily drawing to receive a prize from the Marshall Police and Fire Departments and Wonderland of Lights tickets.
Well, you know, as you said, it's the season of giving. So what are your goals for people to come out, people watching right now? What do you want them to do?
Well, we're hoping for at least 50 donors a day. If we can get more than that, that would be outstanding. This is the slow season for most blood banks. People are so busy with their holiday shopping and all that, and they don't, a lot of the colleges and the schools they rely on to hold these blood drives are out for the holidays. So that's why we decided to team up with them and do a Battle of the Badges blood drive. Like you said, friendly competition, a lot of fun, some incentives to bring people out. So just come hang out with us.
So it's today from 11 until 7, and what location?
It's going to be at the Marshall Visual Arts Center, and that's 208 East Burleson.
All right, so if you are here in the Marshall area, please come out and donate blood, help these first responders, and you also get a cool t-shirt right here, so that's pretty cool. It's the season of giving. We have more information for you on our website. That's arclatexhomepage.com. Lauren, we'll send it back to you.
Crystal, thank you so much. All right, well, we're going to leave you now with a live look at our Louisiana DOTD traffic cam. We'll be back with more news and weather after the break.
Good morning and welcome to Fox 33 News Good Day.
Good morning and welcome to the only local newscast on right now in the Arclet. Your time is 7:30. I'm Lauren Vizza. Karen has the morning off. Let's head on over now to our meteorologist, Josh Marcis, who's got the latest on our weather. How's it looking for us this Monday morning?
Yeah, pretty chilly starts the day here, Lauren. We do have temperatures in the 30s and 40s after that warm weekend, and the cool air is here to stay throughout the week. Right now, 47 in Shreveport, 42 in Texarkana, so everybody above freezing, but you see there is a little cloud cover there in both locations. We are starting out partly to mostly cloudy, and have actually seen a few rain showers along the I-30 corridor. We expected these would probably fizzle out mid-morning, already showing some signs that they are kind of fizzling out here across southern Arkansas, but you may run into a little bit of rain just north of I-30 there through portions of Little River, also Hempstead counties. Elsewhere this morning, 37 in Idabel, 43 in Mansfield, Marshall's at 42, and 46 is your current temperature there in Longview, and a pretty cool afternoon as we will top out in the mid-50s today. So more December-like weather pattern on the way for the next week or so. We'll talk about the cooler temperatures, but also potential for some heavy rain late this week. That full forecast coming up in a few minutes.
Josh, thank you. We're following some breaking news out of Arkansas. State police say a child is dead, 40 other people hurt, many of them children, after a bus carrying a youth football team wrecked along Interstate 30 overnight. The bus was traveling from Texas to Memphis. The children had just played in a youth football championship game in Dallas over the weekend. Troopers confirmed the bus drove off the road and overturned. No word on what caused that crash. And continuing coverage now on the death of 41st President George H.W. Bush. Community members gathered in Houston for a candlelight vigil to honor the late president. Bush died in his home on Friday evening at the age of 94. People leading the event spoke about the former president and all he did during his lifetime. George H.W. Bush will lie in state in Washington, D.C. starting today before being buried at his presidential library on Thursday. Several politicians across the Arclet sharing words on the passing of Bush. A statement from Texas Governor Greg Abbott says, quote, Texas mourns the loss of one of our greatest presidents. George H.W. Bush was an American hero and icon. He was a friend to all he met. He embodied class and dignity. On behalf of the Lone Star State, Cecilia and I offer our thoughts and prayers to the entire Bush family. Governor John Bel Edwards quoting Bush saying, we are a nation of communities, a brilliant diversity spread like stars, like 1,000 points of light in a broad and peaceful sky. Thank you for your service to our nation, President George H.W. Bush. Attorney General Jeff Landry sharing how he remembers President Bush.
Great American hero we're losing. The president was just such a bigger-than-life character. I mean, when you think of all the things that he was able to accomplish in his lifetime, a World War II vet, it's actually he and Ronald Reagan is what inspired me to join the Republican Party when I registered to vote. And so being a veteran, I joined the armed forces at that time. It was an inspiration. He was an inspiration to me.
And turning now to Ouachita Parish, where a suspect remains at large after a deputy was shot. Officials say the deputy was working a four-wheeler theft on Saturday when he was shot in the back through his patrol unit. The deputy was wearing a bulletproof vest and the bullet ricocheted off that vest. State police are now assisting in the investigation. Crime Stoppers asking for help to track down the person who shot a man outside of a Shreveport nightclub Saturday morning. It happened in the parking lot next to Pat and Jerry's on Hollywood Avenue. Witnesses say the suspect in a black Tahoe was driving recklessly and shot at a truck. Kevin Grant was caught in the crossfire. In Fox Faith, controversy arises over a Christmas play at Minden High School that featured a religious moment. The production is called How the Toys Saved Christmas, and it included aspects from the movie Toy Story. The writer and director says the performance ends with scenes of Mary and Jesus to show, quote, the true meaning of Christmas. The junior service.
He told us that if we couldn't change our play, the public school kids that were scheduled for today could not attend. So he pulled the plug on the kids coming today.
The superintendent says the district is under a federal court order to not promote religious activity during school functions, so the school district made it a community event instead, where parents could pull their students out of class to watch it. It was a packed house for Performance Day. In Fox Health, several agencies in Marshall are helping to replenish the local blood supply through their first ever Battle of the Badges. Fox 33's Crystal Whitman joining us live from the Marshall Police Department with more. Crystal, good morning.
Hey Lauren, good morning. We are so pumped about this event taking place this morning. The community will be supporting our badge carrying heroes. Now this will be a friendly competition, of course, between the Marshall Police Department as well as the Marshall Fire Department. They will go head to head to save some lives, and they want you to come out and donate some blood. Donors will be able to donate blood and cast their vote for either the police department, of course, or the fire department. Charlotte Jordan of the Carter Blood Care says this is a critical time of year for blood.
When you lose, between 25 and 30% of your blood supply at those really important and critical times, we have to be creative and do things like Battle of the Badges and your MASH bash drives like we do in the summer.
And the blood drive will be held today. Of course, that's December the 3rd and December the 4th from 11 p.m. until 7 p.m. at the Marshall Visual Arts Center. That's going to be at 208 East Burlington Street right here in Marshall. And if you're wondering who this lady is, it's Kelly Colvin with the fire. Is it with the fire department or the police? I couldn't remember.
Really?
But she has those.
I would be honored to work for either one, but yeah. It's the police department.
So people can vote either for your department or the fire department. So you guys are going to go on head to head with that.
Right, and so we're just encouraging anybody who is able to donate blood to come out to our two-day event, either one or the other days. Donate some blood, get one of these t-shirts, says Battle of the Badges, local hero on it, because really the blood donors are also heroes to a lot of people that need that blood. Cast your vote, hopefully for the police department, but you can vote for the fire department too, that's okay. Yeah. If you can't donate any blood, come on out and bring some canned goods, and we'll take those canned goods to Mission Marshall to help with their holiday season as well.
It is definitely the season of giving, and what does the winning department have to do, or the losing department has to do?
Well, when the fire department loses, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
The losing agency will have to wash a vehicle of the winning agency. We had put it out there that the chiefs would do that, but up here we're all a family. We're not going to make Chief Carruth wash a fire truck by himself if we lose. Hopefully, though, we won't lose because you guys are going to come vote for us, right?
Yeah, you guys come out today. It's going to start at 11 o'clock. It won't be here at the police department, but we have that information. And we have it on our website as well. That's architectshomepage.com. It's the season of giving, so head on out after the show and give some blood. We're going to send it back to you, Lauren, and the studio.
All right, Crystal, thank you so much.